السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.
بسم الله والحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. Dear students, welcome to الطريقة النورانية. We are studying الطريقة النورانية, the greatest method of learning how to recite the Quran with tajweed, the fastest, that requires the least amount of time and the least amount of effort. And we had started our journey into the letters of the Arabic language last time, and we are still on page number 6, and today is session number 2 on the Arabic letters. Let's first review the past letters, and then we're going to move on to the following. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim.
Alif,
Alif,
Ba,
Ba,
Ta,
Ta,
Fa,
Tha,
Jim,
Jim,
Ha,
Ha,
Kha.
Kha.
Very good. Now the next letter has alif in the middle, ends with the L sound, lam sound. Let's pronounce it. Dal,
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 Dal.
Dal.
Now this letter comes from the same place as the Ta comes from, and if you remember, that was the roots of the upper teeth. The roots of the upper teeth, placed in the same place. Okay. Dal,
Dal,
Dal.
Dal.
Okay. Next letter has a dot on it. As you can see, the letters have been placed together like sisters. They are matching in shapes. Ba, ta, tha, jim, ha, and kha. And then we have dal, zal, ra, and za, 4. And then we have these 4 that look alike, right? And then we have these 2, and then we have these 2, and then we have fa and qaf, and then we have kaf and lam, right? So on and so forth. Next has a dot on it, and this is a soft letter, has alif in the middle. Let's pronounce it. Zal,
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 Zal.
Zal.
And this one comes from the same place as Tha, which is the tip of the upper teeth, the edge of the upper teeth, against the front flat part of the tongue. And remember, this is a soft letter. Don't make it again. When you want to put pressure, and you're going to put dagt, meaning that pressure, and you're going to press it against the teeth, then it's going to be too sharp, and that's not correct. Just like tha, we said th, and same thing with this, we say the, 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 the. Zal,
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 Dal,
Dal,
Zal,
Zal,
Dal,
Dal,
Zal.
Zal.
Now the lam sound, the tongue is placed right after the roots of the teeth, exactly where the gums begin. Okay. Now that place is called litha in the Arabic language. It's right after the teeth, where the gums, the beginning part of the gums. So dal, la 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 la, dal,
Dal,
zal.
Zal.
Very good. Next letter. This letter is the second heavy letter. Remember, kha,
Kha.
heavy, meaning the back of the tongue is raised. See, kha, the back of the tongue is raised, producing the heavy sound, or making like a curve inside the mouth and against the top palate, So there's that hollow space in the mouth, and that's where the sound basically echoes. Kho, right? And this one is second heavy letter, which sometimes heavy, sometimes light. That's why we put it in the parentheses. If you see the side notes that you have on your pages of your book, will give you side notes. So for example, you have here Arabic letters. There are 29 Arabic letters. And we have the heavy letters here. Kha, sa, da, ta, ghain, ta, qaf, dha. Ra is sometimes heavy, sometimes light. But here we're going to pronounce it heavy. As with alif, ra,
Ra.
ra,
Ra.
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 Now it's heavy letter. And where does it come from? This comes from here, the front flat part of the tongue against the front palate. Front palate. Now we have some ridges, right? After the teeth, if you keep on going up, there are ridges. Before the ridges and between the teeth, that is called the front palate, right? Now this letter ra is all the way up on the ridges. So it produces that sound, right? So ra,
Ra.
ra,
Ra.
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 As you see, the back of the tongue was raised. Ra.
Ra.
So we don't simply say ra, 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 ra. No, we say ra,
Ra.
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 Dal,
Dal.
val,
Dal.
ra.
Ra.
Okay. Next letter is, as with alif, light. Za,
Za.
za,
Za.
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 Okay, where does this come from? This comes when you place the tip of the tongue behind the bottom teeth, against the bottom teeth. So the tip is placed all the way towards the tip of the towards the roots of the bottom teeth, bottom, and then the sound is produced from between the tongue and the teeth. Za,
Za.
za,
Za.
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 Dal,
Dal.
val,
Dal.
ra,
Ra.
za.
Za.
Very good. Next letter comes from the same place as za, meaning the tongue is placed behind the bottom teeth. It has a ya in the middle, so just like the ya here, the e long sound. Seen,
Seen.
seen,
Seen.
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 And with the n noon sound. Seen.
Seen.
So it's the sharp s sound. Seen.
Seen.
Dal,
Dal.
val,
Dal.
ra,
Ra.
za,
Za.
seen.
Seen.
Next letter has 3 dots on top of it. The sister of seen. Again has a ya. Let's pronounce it. Sheen.
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 Now this comes from the middle of the tongue, against the middle of the upper palate. Now if you remember jim, j, 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 the middle of the tongue touches the middle of the palate, right? And there's a complete closure, j, j. But this letter, there's space. but there's a very tight, very narrow space through which this sound passes. Shh. If you realize that the tongue is suspended here, and the sound is pushed out from this narrow space. Shh. Shh. Needs energy. Right? Sheen.
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 Dal.
Dal.
Val.
Dal.
Ra.
Ra.
Za.
Za.
Sin.
Seen.
Sheen.
Sheen.
Next letter comes from the same place as za and sin, right? Meaning the tongue is placed behind the bottom teeth and it's a heavy letter, as you can see. Kha sad. Sad is khussa. Khussa. Sad is heavy letter, has alif at the end, in the middle, and it's with the dal sound. Look. Sad.
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 Back of the tongue is raised. Sad.
Sad.
Okay, as I said, same place as za, sin, sad.
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 A lot of people use lips for this letter, which is incorrect. You do not need to push the lips out. Saw. That is khata. That is a mistake. Lips are normal. Sad.
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 Dal.
Dal.
Val.
Dal.
Ra.
Ra.
Za.
Za.
Sin.
Seen.
Sheen.
Sheen.
Sad.
Sad.
A final letter for this session. A bit complicated, but bear with me. It's a heavy letter and has alif in the middle, ends with the dal sound. Bod.
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 Now this letter, the front flat part of the tongue, you will place in the lam makhraj, the lam place, which is the litha, which is right after the teeth, where the gums begin. Right? That's where you're going to put the front part of the tongue. As for the sides, they will be pressing against the inner sides of the teeth. Again, no twisting of the tongue. Tongue should be normal. Right? So, if this is the teeth, right? So the tongue is basically going to touch the sides of the teeth, right? And it is going to basically then touch the litha place, which is the gums, beginning of the gums. So as you see, the sound becomes trapped, like bod. Stay normal. Do not touch the back of these teeth. That's for dal. Again, front part of the tongue should touch the gums only, not too high. Again, right after the teeth. Bod. Dal. Val. Ra. Za. Sin. Sheen. Sad. Bod. Alif. Ba. Ta. Fa. Jim. Ha. Kha. Dal. Val. Ra. Za. Sin. Sheen. Sheen,
شين
Sad,
صاد
Dad.
ضاد.
Now this is enough. Again, practice these letters before we move on to the next letters. Practice hard, inshallah, master these letters, and the rest of the book will become very easy once you master the letters. We'll see you in the next session, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.